When you're working with cardboard, you need a variety of tools and materials. To start out with, you're going to need a mat to work on. This mat right here is specially formulated to work well underneath a blade. It's made of a rubber material, and it won't dull the blade as you're working on it. So not only do we want to use that to keep our blade sharp, but we also want to use it so we don't cut the table. You also need cardboard, a metal ruler or cutting edge. This is just a cutting edge right here. It has a thicker edge than a regular ruler, and you can use this, or you can get a regular metal ruler. You're also going to need some blades. These are two X-Acto knives, and they basically do the same thing. They just have different ways of attaching the blade. You also are going to need a hot glue gun. When you use your hot glue gun, make sure you get a hot glue board to put the gun on so that the hot glue does not get on your cutting mat. This cutting mat here is only for cutting, it's not for hot glue. All right, so to start out with, we want to look at our blades. They have a handle and a removable blade. If your blade needs to be removed, you pinch this part here and turn it, and then just very carefully take the blade out. This one is sharp, so I'm going to put it back in. And so you can see you have to turn it a little bit like this. Sometimes you have to hold the blade to get it tight and then tighten it the rest of the way on there. So that's how you do that one. This one's a little bit different. You have to turn this bottom piece down here in order for the blade to come out. Sometimes it takes a little wiggling to get it to come out. And if that's the case, you don't want to struggle with it too much because you don't want to cut yourself while you're doing it. If your blade will not come out, you can use a pair of pliers to hold this part still and then take the blade out. If you're changing your blade, if it becomes dull and you need to throw the blade away, you need to make sure to put it in this container here that says used blades, and there's a little hole in the top, and you just drop your used blade in there. That's so that no one gets hurt. If you put a used blade in the trash can, when somebody goes to take the trash out, they might cut themselves on the blade. All right, then comes your cardboard. Cardboard comes in different kinds. We want to use corrugated cardboard for our projects. Corrugated cardboard has two layers, a top layer and a bottom layer, and then in the middle, you can see that it's kind of wiggly. That's the corrugated part. Regular cardboard does not have that wiggly part. It just is compressed paper. Okay? So the corrugated has the top, the bottom, and the wiggly part. If you turn the corrugated to the other side, you're not going to see the wiggly part as well because it's going to be the long part of the wiggle. But if you turn it the other way, you'll be able to see it. Okay, so we're going to use the corrugated cardboard today. Make sure you have a clear space and a very sharp blade and any tools or materials that you want close at hand. It's your responsibility to make sure that this blade does not hurt yourself or someone else. So make sure that you have the proper metal ruler to work with, and if you're going to walk away from your blade, make sure you set it somewhere on your mat so that it's not going to roll off onto the floor. All right, so you're ready to start.